Analytical. This data tracks repeat criminal offender statistics over time. It shows a persistent loop of failure in standard incarceration, illustrating a specific human tendency to repeat harmful behaviors despite knowing the consequences. It's a reality any parent understands. Physical punishment has a short shelf life. Once the immediate pain of punishment fades, the memory of the lesson disappears along with it. Throughout most of history, the Lord has managed humanity as a developing race. To a pragmatic creator, the goal isn't just punishment, it's finding a deterrent that actually sticks. History is full of what we might call divine spankings, cataclysmic events meant to correct human behavior. But even when the devastation was total, the resulting behavioral changes proved to be only temporary. Because temporary pain failed to stop the cycle of evil, the deterrent had to change. The focus shifted from inflicting short-term pain to requiring the loss of something irreplaceable. This created a new governing formula: sin equals loss. This became the logical baseline for a system designed to keep human transgressions in check through constant, tangible reminders of their cost. In the pre-industrial world, there was no such thing as food security. Every calorie was the result of grueling, unforgiving, uncertain labor. In this environment, sacrificing the best livestock or the first yields of a harvest was a heavy economic blow. It was a loss the entire community felt in their stomachs. This regular, painful loss served as a constant deterrent. Every time the community sat down to a smaller meal because of a sacrifice, they were reminded of the high price of their actions. As societies industrialized farming, the math changed. This graph shows yields rising while the individual cost of sacrifice drops. When the sacrifice stopped being painful, the value flatlines, and human transgressions spike exponentially as people revert to wicked behaviors. Human innovation essentially caused inflation in the economy of atonement. By making the payment for bad behavior affordable, the system lost its power to deter. While some societies could still understand the symbolism of loss, more violent cultures required a more visceral reminder. To maintain a high cost for sin, these groups were pushed to sacrifice their own children. It was a brutal attempt to make the deterrent so significant that it couldn't be ignored. Yet even child sacrifice lost its impact. Populations grew without restraint, and the sheer volume of human life began to devalue the individual sacrifice. Eventually, these societies became desensitized to the violence. The ultimate human cost became just another routine, and the moral lesson was lost entirely. The result was a total system collapse. The debt of human behavior grew so large that no physical resource on Earth could cover the cost. The external system broke, leaving humanity with a mounting moral debt and no valuable currency to pay. Because the debt had become mathematically impossible for humans to pay, the Lord intervened to reset the ledger. A pragmatic problem required a final, absolute settlement. By offering the greatest possible sacrifice, the perfect lamb, the Lord provided a payment that outweighed the accumulated debt of every transgression. This wasn't a gesture, it was a move to clear the accounts once and for all. This event fundamentally changed how the deterrent worked. Instead of a series of small, external payments that people eventually ignored, it became a single, massive event that could never be devalued. This chart shows the shift. The external resource cycle ends, replaced by an internal process. By accepting the sacrifice, adherents place the memory of that high price in their heart. This constant internal awareness is what it means to be circumcised of the heart. This internal weight is what changes behavior. People choose to be good because they carry the reminder of the sacrifice with them every day, ensuring the high price wasn't paid in vain. This shift moved the deterrent from the physical world into the human conscience. It transitioned humanity from a species responding only to the fear of losing crops into a people capable of self-regulation through a constant moral memory.